everyone, so I have a book group, not a book review, oh my god, a book tag to do for you guys. So I was looking around for a tag to do, something I haven't seen people really do. So I had come across Maddie and the Bees Disney Heroine tag. So, let us begin. Number 1 is Snow White, a book you wished for. So I'm always usually late to the party when it comes to books and everything. Most of the Lunar Chronicles were out already. When I first started Cinder, Catching Fire the movie was already out when I started the Hunger Games. Stuff like that. So I'm going to go with any of the Goosebump books when I was younger. Like, I read one and I wanted to read another. I didn't care if it was the next book in the series, I wanted another Goosebump book. Cinderella. A book you worked for. And I'm going to do a little bit of shameless self-promotion here and say Another World Called Ours, because it is my book that I wrote. And it can be hard to write a book and everything. It's a collection of short stories. It's not very long. I'm planning on re-editing it and adding some more. Go!
Okay.
Adding some more stories to it. But, yeah. My book. Aurora. A book you consider a hidden gem. I would go with Unwind by Neil Schusterman. I feel it's like a hidden gem within the YA dystopian category. It's really good and really dark, and not a whole lot of people talk about it. Belle. Book you will defend. I will defend the Hunger Games against people who do the whole, it's a ripoff of Battle Royale. No, it is not. It has similar themes, but it is two totally different stories. I highly recommend both of them. The entire HD trilogy and Battle Royale. Ariel, a book you treasure. I would go with the Harry Potter illustrated edition that my dad bought for me for my birthday because, you know, special. Jasmine, a new book. So a new book to me, or a new release, because like I said, I'm kind of late to the party on things. I guess a new-ish book that I read or listened to that came out like not that long ago might be We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I have mixed feelings on that one, I really do. Mulan, a book that changed you. So this one's kind of hard to say because books can change you in different ways. Like Goosebumps, they made me the reader I am today. Harry Potter, you know, was some of like the first longer books I started reading, where I started getting into more novels, fantasy-ish kind of things, stuff like that. I would say The Hunger Games made me into a fangirl because I really related to the character and some of the things she went through and her personality and all that other stuff. Pocahontas, a book recommendation. My mom sent me a lot of books. She told me The Maze Runner was pretty good. I did like it. I do plan on finishing it. I would say anything from BookTube, obviously. The Lunar Chronicles, I read Cinder, The Fault in Our Stars, stuff like that. Tiana, book you weren't expecting to like. Unfortunately, I don't have an answer for this one. I have to flip it, and I'm going to go with, there are books that I thought I would like, but no. Like Call Waiting by R.L. Stine, because I am a Goosebumps fan, but I don't know what he was thinking when he wrote that damn thing. Oh my god, it's bad. I DNF'd it, and his books aren't that long. They're for middle grade. I have not finished a book called Zigzag because the main protagonist is just annoying. Rapunzel, a book you'll reread. So I've already reread The Hunger Games, The Giver, and I am rereading over a book called The Idiot's Guide to Wicca and Witchcraft. And I will probably reread Zombies vs. Unicorns eventually. That is a collection of short stories that I absolutely love. Merida, a book that inspires you. I would go with Stargirl. I think it inspires people to be kind to each other, and that's always good. Anna, a book release you're excited for. I really don't get excited for book releases just because I'm not that fast of a reader, and I mix between like different kinds of genres and old and new and stuff like that, so I never have time to be excited. But you know, if Suzanne Collins ever wants to write like a prequel about the Dark Days and the creation of Panem, I am like all over that. Elsa, a guilty pleasure book. I don't know. I don't know what I would consider a guilty pleasure book. I like Gargoyle comics. They make me happy when I'm sad. Does that count? I have no idea how to pronounce this one. I think it's Eilonwy or Y. I'm sorry, I don't even know where this person is from. That is an obscure book. I haven't really read too many obscure books. Again, Unwind isn't talked about a whole lot. I think a lot of people have forgotten about Battle Royale. What else? What else? Maybe Gathering Blue, because I don't think a lot of people know or remember that The Giver is a quartet, and I still have to finish that series too. Meg, a forgotten book. There's just so many because it's like books go through trends and everything. And, you know, you'll hear about them for a while and they won't. And then they'll go out of style and stuff like that because a new series will come out. But, maybe Twilight? I don't know. I've only read the first book, but a whole lot of people don't talk about it as much as they once were. Jane, a classic book. That really depends on your definition of a classic, but I would say To Kill a Mockingbird. That's usually one that's on a lot of people's list. They either love it, hate it, or they're in between with it. Kida, book you hunted down. Shoot. It really depends on hunted down. Like going from store to store or just searching Barnes and Noble because you don't know how they classify things. For some reason, at Barnes and Noble, they only have like the diviners for Live Bray. So I had to go and listen to Beauty Queens from the library on audio. That's one that I couldn't find. Esmeralda, a book with a good message. You know what? I'm going to say The Giver. And why I say that is because it makes you think about the freedom of choices that we have, and that life is about the good and the bad. You can't have one without the other. The next one is Wendy, Lilo and Alice, middle grade book, and I'm going to go with Because of Winn-Dixie by Kate DiCamillo. Beautiful, beautiful, bittersweet, sad, silly, happy story. All wrapped up in one. Yeah. All those words. Happy, sad, all of it. Giselle, a book with a happy ending. This one's hard because I read a lot of sad books. Really, they are. And I think it's maybe because they seem more real to me. Um, and you know what? A lot of the characters go through some heavy crap. Um, I guess Coraline had a happy ending to it. You know, I know it may sound weird, but if you're talking about the very ending, like not throughout the book, not like the last few chapters, but like the very ending, without being too spoilery, um, Mockingjay. And I say that because then all the stuff they went through, through not just the characters in the book, but the generations before them and the suffering and everything was finally over. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to tag Catalyst Reads, Matilda Gothica, Night Fair. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Minnie's Book Journey, The Mommy Bookworm, and Time for Books. Hope you all enjoyed this. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.